the zero below for the dinero. Rather freeze to death before I be broke. Sacrifice my life to get my foot in the door. Now I got the keys to the city, I can open doors. Running that bag up is my only goal. Dying poor, rather be old, whipping a rose, traveling the globe.
There's always a destiny. For every move, you got to pay for keeps. Keeping my head held high towards the sky. Forever I will be the one and only. Thank God for me. 3 daddies, 1 mama. Tell me what is this? Who would've ever thought that this what the world was gonna get? A young black man standing with my 10 toes down. They say what goes around and what goes up must come down. Relate, create, and make a sound decision. Stacking your paper up, showing love, raising your children. Copping sets and guns, it's time to count some buildings. Entrepreneuring your talents, making an honest living. Cause there's a time and a place and always a reason. Gotta be ready and steady to change with the seasons. Leaving my mark in this world, I ain't never retreating. Ain't got no time for y'all haters, cause I'm who I believe in. There's always a destiny. For every move, you got to pay for keeps. Keeping my head held high towards the sky. Forever I will be the one and only. Thank God for me.
Dear Lord, forgive me, but I think my past done caught up with me. I never question your actions, cause it's based on your decisions. I never question your practice, even when I was victim. I never gave a reaction, that cannot give me a witness. I wish heaven could have some visits. Everybody is dying, what's the use of me living? Why they abusing killings? Ain't no rules or no feelings. They out here confusing children's got nothing to prove to me. And why everybody so jealous? Why they jealous? And they jealous of each other, But instead of sticking together, stick together. They just wanna think that they better, they so selfish. I'm forever riding with fellas. Would I live, ain't no telling. Mama believe in reverence, I believe in my fellas. Tell my whatever, we ride with Mach 11s to make it to hell or heaven.
There's always a destiny. For every move, you got to pay for keeps. Keeping my head held high towards the sky. Forever I will be the one and only. Thank God for me.
Yeah. What's up?
How is everybody doing on this evening? Y'all already know who it is. It is your girl, Mrs. Kiwi, and we are back in the building along with my beautiful co-hosts.
Miss Mink is in the house.
Shout out to Fast Lane 747, making moves. We see you, bro. We
That's
see you.
right, but we miss you.
Yes, we do, but we know, hey, you are here in spirit.
Most
so
definitely.
Y'all tune in tonight. We got a great show for y'all. We are doing part 2 to digital plantation.
Yes.
Back to digital plantation part 2. But right now, Miss Mink, tell us what that mission statement is.
So the mission statement is we want to make sure that we are building, and I'm sorry, not building, but, well, we want to build too, but bridging the gap between our youth and our season. We want to open up that line of communication, open it back up because it's been shut down. We got so many things that's getting shut down right now until it's not even for real. But that's the reason why we're here, because we want to open it all back up. Every voice needs to be heard, and that's a part of why it is that we do what it is that we do.
So y'all tune in. Call in 515-599-1687. That's 515-599-1687. Talk to us. We definitely gonna talk back. This is
Yes.
very educational to all people. So yeah, y'all tune in. Call in with some comments or some conversation so we can talk about this. Make sure everybody is on the same accord. Make sure you're understanding what's really going on in today's time. So
Yes, as soon as Miss Mink they done put me in the wrong hot seat. I know how to fight law, but all this digital stuff, I have people that's at my office that do this kind of stuff for me. I
oh,
got it.
you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, Mr.
Yes,
Miyagi.
I
She got it.
All right, so we're going to jump right in, and we kind of going to start off where it is
Bring it
that
all the
we
way
were.
down to like 12:43. That's where we stopped at.
You sure?
Yeah, 12:43.
What's that?
Or we could just, we could start right there. Or bring it down just bring it back this way just a little more.
Did we talk about Rosewood and all of that?
Okay, stop. Go back. Yep, let's just start it right here. Let's start it right here.
Okay. So just to kind of bring us all up to speed, and we said that we was going to bring it back, and we've been getting a lot of requests to bring this back. See, it's all about education, but as we always say, don't just take our word, we just the messengers. Go and search and seek for yourself, because the more you seek, the more you will become interested in what it is that you find. So tune in and listen to what it is that's going on.
And then we're going to kind of talk about it.
All right.
Power. And it goes deeper. In the 1960s, the FBI created COINTELPRO. This was a secret program that was aimed at dismantling black organizations. They spied on, infiltrated, and destroyed movements like the Black Panthers, Malcolm X's network, and even Martin Luther King Jr. Their mission was clear: prevent the rise of a black messiah. And in the digital age, they've just upgraded their tools. Facial recognition software misidentifies black faces 10 to 100 times more than white faces. Social media is used to surveil protests. AI and predictive policing target black neighborhoods without evidence. This isn't safety, it's a high-tech plantation. They never gave us a fair start, and they never intended to. After slavery, we were promised 40 acres and a mule. We got nothing. Instead, they gave us sharecropping, a scam that kept us poor and tied to white landowners. Then came redlining, a federal policy that made it illegal for black families to get home loans in white neighborhoods.
So if you think about what it is that was just said, how much can you relate to what it is that's going on? I mean, he is speaking truth in reference to what it is that's going on right now. We need to start opening up our eyes, and instead of being glued to our phones or glued to what somebody else's livelihood is doing, we need to take accountability and take charge of what it is that we need to do for ourselves. Not only for ourselves, but us as a people. And that's something that we are really, really failing on. One thing that I kind of like wanted to speak to that kind of relates to what it is that he just stated. Right now, that orange person up in the White House done shut down the government. Done shut it down. Now, I'm not saying that it may be shut down for a long period of time, but his ultimate goal is to impact lives that are not fortunate as what he feels that he is, as well as his co-partners. And honestly, to be honest with you, we should always be prepared for something like this. Whenever it is that they want to pull this kind of stuff, we shouldn't be impacted. We should not be impacted. First and foremost, we should be equipped with the armor and the suit of God. That's first and foremost. Then second of all, we should always have something put away and put to the side where it is that if something like this happens, we ain't got to worry about where our next meal is. We ain't got to worry about where our next whatever, gas to get to work or whatever the case may be. But this is really impacting a lot of people. And who do you think is going to impact the most?
Yes, the elderly, especially the elderly.
Whole black communities were denied wealth for generations. And that gap never closed. Today, the average black family has 1/10 the wealth of the average white family. Not because we're lazy, but because they rigged the game. Even when we try to build, they tear it down. Just ask Tulsa, Rosewood, and Wilmington. Some banks charge us higher interest. Employers reject names that sound black. Black businesses get less funding and fewer opportunities, even when they outperform. We've been surviving in an economy that was designed to exclude us. It's not just our wallets, they've come for our minds.
Did you hear
And
that?
man, do they have our minds, man, with these phones? They have straight found a way to enslave us again with these phones. Because if you think about it, and I'm not downplaying nobody, but this is the truth, and the truth don't need no support. We walk down the street with our head planted in these phones. We cross the street with our head planted in these phones. We too busy strolling trying to see what's going on and keep up with all the Joneses and what they got going on, to where we don't even pay attention to what's really going on in life. And that's how the program was designed, to keep us focused on the wrong things so that we will not be focused on the right things. And the right things is the things that's going to get us through life, the things that's going to push us forward, that's going to help us elevate. But they know that. They already know their system was put in place and designed long time ago. And to this day, they're still proving us. They had us slaved back in the days. Now they have us enslaved in our minds, this digital. If you think about it, every 6 months they coming up with something new as far as these digital programs. And AI done came in and he done hurt the game. You hear me? Like he done straight put the game over the top.
Well, we don't know if it's a he or a she.
He, she,
it is.
well, it, whatever.
That's
they
right.
They didn't put that. Oh, I'm telling you, because now they got people's minds program. And don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking against AI and saying AI is all bad. But what I am saying is it's another thing that they have dangled to make sure that we was pushed to the back, but kept focused on what's unnecessary as opposed to focusing on what's necessary.
But we need to be worried about AI for the simple fact and reason being AI gonna start teaching our kids. And I ain't talking about teaching them book smart or even how to survive after high school, preparing them for civilian life. AI ain't gonna teach them that. AI is going to teach them how it is that you can type in something and let them work for it. And then it's going to push a lot of people out of jobs. And you know what? And it's a shame because our government backs it 100%.
Yeah, it's all about that money, baby. Everybody got their hand in the pot, baby. You ain't gonna cut off no one finger, because then that's gonna throw all the rest of the hand off. That's right. So that means everybody got to get their money, and that's what I'm saying. They continuously find things to dangle in front of us to make us not focus on what's really going on in life. Like they really don't want us to find out who we are in life. Right.
Because if you heard what the gentleman stated on the TV when he was talking about how there are higher interest rates for, people of color. There are there are lower loan amounts that you can get approved for. There's a lot of things that they really try to attack
They don't try,
us.
they do
But
it.
I don't know if people know there are 3 black-owned banks right now that are in existence. I want you all to think about it. Kind of do your homework too. And I would love for someone to give us a call and let us know what you know about these black-owned banks. But I guarantee you that we ain't banking with them. We ain't banking with them. But we are banking with the banks that are killing us with high interest rates, killing us with low return on our investments that we put in their banks. So, hey,
well, if you think about it, it's just another way that we cannot stand together and support each other on nothing, you know, because they keep us at each other. They keep us making each other feel like I'm better than you, or you less than, or because you ain't went and got this or you ain't got that, then, you know, you don't fit in at all. But the thing of it is that's where they want us to stay, because they know that if you find out who you really are, then it's going to be a problem.
Yep. And you know what? We don't have to necessarily, I mean, I know that we are grown. And a lot of times you can't capture the attention of grown people, but you can capture the attention of the youth.
Yeah.
And so that's another part and a big mission of Why Not Say It is we are trying to grab back our youth because they are heading in the wrong, well, they done headed in the wrong direction. So let's see what else.
From birth, we're bombarded with messages that whiteness is beauty, and blackness is not. Skin-bleaching creams, relaxers, and weaves flood the African markets. Dark skin is demonized, while light skin is praised. TV shows cast us as criminals, maids, sidekicks, or clowns. Music labels push violence, hypersexuality, and trauma. Not healing, not history, nor unity. They sell us our oppression, and we consume it like entertainment. This is cultural colonization and a silent invasion of the mind. And the most dangerous part is that we start to believe it. We turn on each other and we hate our skin, our hair, and our reflection.
Man, let's talk about that.
Yes, let's talk about
because,
that.
You know, we've always been told about racism and, you know, different things, but I just got to be honest with y'all. We are racist against our own people.
Yes, we are.
We are very much racist against our own people. Now, if that don't ring a bell, then what will? We talk about the white man and we talk about how he keep us stuck and stammering and all of that. But if you sit back and be accountable for your own actions and know that you are the only person that's keeping you stuck, white man ain't he dangling it out there don't mean you gotta grab. Everything that glitter ain't gold. Everything that look good is not always good for you.
And all money ain't
good money. So that means that, you know, you have to become accountable for the actions that you put out here, the seeds that you sow. Because you better believe everything that you sowing in life, it's going to come back to you. Whether it was a good sow or a bad sow, it's coming back. Yeah. So we have to be accountable. We got to start learning how to stick together and stand up for each other because we keep falling for everything.
Everything. And we need to stop falling. You know, when are we going to get up? When are we going to get up? We are not standing. If we can't stand together, that just goes to show that we can fall for anything. And that's exactly what is occurring. We are falling for anything. So when we are, you know, talking about these type of topics, it's a cry for us to wake up and start pulling together. Everybody is just concerned about what it is that they can get for themselves. But you can get nowhere and be comparable with them, according to them, if it is that we don't start standing together. That orange man that's up in the White House, he got a lot of people that hate him, but they standing right there beside him. They, even though it is that they hate him, they standing right there beside him and supporting him. Because if they can be a part of that movement that he is trying to generate, then hey, why not? Why not do it? We got to start getting some movements going.
I'm telling you, we better clink together real quick, because I'm telling y'all thinking y'all got time. Y'all ain't paying attention to what's going on in the world, but we better start paying attention. I'm telling you, like, this is happening right in front of our eyes, and we still numb and dumb to it. We are not waking up. Do you see all these people that's coming over here opening up business and thriving? Yep. They able to send for their folks. They steady making all of our money and sending for their folks and steady bringing them over here and opening up more shops. We can't do that because we don't know how to stand together for nothing.
And we right here.
We right here, and I'm telling you, like, if you really do the research, we are the one. Is that you? Okay, girl. Wait a minute. We are the ones that spend a lot of the money that circulates in these banks and these stores and just everywhere. But we do not support each other. We support everybody else. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with supporting people. Because in any instance, if we open up something, we want people to support us, not just our people, all people.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that you all don't pull together and support our own Black-owned businesses for them to strive, for us to be able to send for our folks and bring them over here to, build up some more businesses and all of that. We too busy trying to, dress up. We too busy trying to show our bodies to get attention. Our men too busy, running through these women. They not paying attention to what's really going on. Everybody's so caught up in just foolishness, just a bunch of foolishness. And they call it living. And really, y'all ain't living. Y'all just existing. Because we can't even pull together. Check this video out some more. Like, straight pay attention. Call in 515-599-1687. We would love to hear your opinion on some things. But pay attention. We finna play the video.
They built these systems with precision to strip you of power, then blame you for being powerless. So no. The system isn't broken. It was built to break you. But here's the twist. Once you see it, you can fight it. Once you name it, you can dismantle it. And once you understand it, you can rise above it, because the most dangerous Black person in the world is the one who's fully awake.
Did you hear that?
Man!
Did you hear that?
Man, we were out here walking,
You have all the power that was God-given in the palm of your hands. And what do we do with it? What do we do with it? What do we do with it? We give that power to somebody else. We giving the power to the wrong beings. We giving the power to the wrong beings. We should not. And you know what? And I speak for myself, because believe me, this morning I had a self-talk. I have self-talks every morning. And I talk to myself in reference to, hey, Michelle, you gotta, yes, there is much more. There is much more than what it is that you are having or you are in right now. There is so much more. So don't stop. You may get tired. You may get wore out. You may get frustrated, angry. But hey, through the struggles, through the pain, you will make sure and have success.
Keep God first, and you definitely will.
And that's what they fear most. They fear your Blackness because of where it comes from. Not because it's violent, not because it's dangerous, but because it's divine. You don't descend from nothing. You come from everything before the change.
So did you hear what he said? Not because it's Black. It's just because of where we come from. And they actually scared. They know that if we really know our Blackness and where we come from and who we are as a people, they know a lot of this stuff that they did to us and doing to us will be shut all the way down. But they don't want y'all to know who y'all are. Y'all act like y'all don't want to know who y'all are. Because nobody is trying to research and nobody's doing the effort to reach out to everybody else and tell them what they found out. People being so selfish, and when they do some research, they don't want to talk about it or tell nobody because they think something's going to be taken away from them. Man, listen. If you find out something, share it. Let them know where they can go find it at so they can read it for themselves and be able to get the understanding that God gives to them when they're reading it or researching it or whatever the case may be. We got to stop being so selfish and.
But now, also, we want to make sure that you understand that nobody's doing your footwork for you. Just because it is someone is sharing with you, don't mean that you don't have to do nothing. The sharing part is just to help motivate you to do what it is that you need to do to get going, get moving, get motivated. Not for you to think that somebody else is going to do your footwork.
And definitely not for you to just sit around and, repeat what you heard, and you done took it and you in conversation with somebody else like as if you done did the research. Oh yeah, and this is because it's gonna be somebody that pull your cord because they gonna want to know where you find that out at.
Yes.
Where you heard that from? Like, tell me where I can research that and go look that up. And that's the thing. When you trying to get people to do some research, you got to let them know where they can find certain things at. Tell them, hey, Google this, research this. Stop keeping information to yourself. Because guess what? Shame on you if something was to happen to you and you passed with all that knowledge of God and didn't pass it on to nobody else.
That's right.
That's sad.
Chains before the ships, before the lies. You were kings, queens, healers, builders, astronomers, and warriors. You built nations when the rest of the world still lived in shadows. Let's take it back. The Dogon people of West Africa mapped entire star systems, including Sirius B, centuries before Europeans even had telescopes. How? Because they understood the language of the cosmos. In Kemet, modern-day Egypt, black architects constructed pyramids so precisely that modern science still struggles to explain them. They aligned monuments with the stars, engineered irrigation systems, and practiced complex medicine with herbs, surgery, and spiritual balance. In Timbuktu, African scholars filled libraries with knowledge, law, science, math, and history, while much of Europe still burned women as witches. In Ethiopia, churches were carved into mountains. In Benin, bronze sculptures reached artistic heights that stunned colonizers. But what did they tell you? That Africa was dark, savage, and backward? No. It was brilliant, and they feared its brilliance, so they tried to erase it. But even in chains, that power never died. Enslaved Africans brought more than muscle to the Americas. They brought memories. They hid messages in spirituals like wade in the water, warning others how to escape.
Do you hear that? I don't know if it's ringing for some of you all, but it's ringing so loud for me. Every time it is that I see some documentaries of this sort or on, just us, period, as a people, then it just really sends chills up my spine because I think about just how powerful we are. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying powerful in the sense of we got more power than God. No, I'm saying powerful in what it is that he's blessed us with.
We can move some things.
That's
we can
right.
Get some things done.
That's right.
That's the power.
Yes.
We walk around here and we, speak a lot of things in our life and we wondering why we going through those things. Because if you didn't know, now you know. The tongue is the most powerful thing on your body. And you can speak life and you can speak death. Everything you speak out of your mouth, you bringing it into fruition. Just know that. Yeah. So that means that we have to start even being careful of what we speak out of our mouth.
That's right. That's right.
They used quilts with encoded maps. They spoke in patois, Yoruba, Twi, Creole, and lacing resistance into rhythm. They fought with fire in their hearts, not just to survive, but to preserve you. You are not the product of slavery. You are the result of resistance. Every time we've been beaten down.
That right there. You're not the product of slavery. So and this is something that we should have known. We are not the product of slavery, because ain't none of us experienced slavery in that, from that standpoint. None of us have lived in slavery, but we are missing our purpose. We are missing our purpose. We should take what it is that our ancestors passed along to us and make it very purposeful. But we don't. We all are out here living reckless. Lord knows people drive reckless. But anyway, living reckless, not using our highest potential. We got to get it together.
We've risen stronger. There was Marcus Garvey, who preached Pan-African unity and economic self-determination. He built one of the largest black movements in history, the Universal Negro Improvement Association, and dared to say, Africa for the Africans. There was the Black Panther Party, born in Oakland, raised on revolution. They fed children, educated communities, and patrolled the police, all while under constant attack by the U.S. government. There were leaders like Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, and Patrice Lumumba, who fought for a united Africa, free from colonial shackles. There were warriors like Assata Shakur, Malcolm X, and Fred Hampton, who told us, freedom ain't free, and gave everything for the cause. This is your bloodline. You weren't meant to bow. You were born to lead. But the system knows something you might not. If you ever wake up to who you truly are, they can't stop you. So they bury your power under distractions. They make your greatness look like a threat. They tell you to hate your skin, your hair, and your name, because if you ever loved it, if you ever embraced it, you'd tear the whole system down. Your melanin is more than skin. It's a memory, it's magic, it's a legacy, and it's a voice. So remember this. You are the dream of your ancestors. You are the echo of empires. You are the power they never wanted you to reclaim. But now you know. That changes everything.
They have super.
Above slavery, the greatest trick ever pulled on the black community was division. Not with chains you can see, but psychological ones. Invisible ropes wrapped around pride, color, class, and culture. Colorism, classism, and tribalism were weapons they planted within us to keep us from ever standing together. It starts with colorism, a poison passed down from plantations. Light skin versus dark skin. Good hair versus nappy hair. As if your resemblance to whiteness somehow makes you better. This mindset wasn't programmed in us at birth. Colonial masters taught us to hate ourselves by ranking our worth on a color scale. They told us...
All right, so why do we rank our wealth on a color scale? Why? Why do we feel that the lighter we are or the whiter we are, then we are more successful?
Because that's how our minds was programmed as we grew up. That the lighter you are, the whiter you are. And then where you could fit into more, you'll be able to get more privileges. And to be honest with you, that's how they have enslaved our minds to think. Like, they have straight made us feel like we got to bleach our skin in order to get what we need to get. Yeah. No, that's just letting y'all know that they don't want us to find out who we are.
That's right. That's right.
We
So
are
change.
I'm telling
They
you,
want
like,
you to change. Change who you are. Change what you do. Change what you think.
listen, God didn't make no mistake on you. He knew exactly what you was, who you was, what color you was going to be and all that when he made you. So you're supposed to love the skin that you in. And don't allow nobody to make you feel otherwise. Love the skin that you in. And when you start loving the skin that you in, you won't have time to pay attention to what somebody else is doing or what somebody else got or what they don't got or what you ain't got that they got. Because you're going to be loving you so much to the point where you're going to be doing what God got you to do, which is helping other people, because our lives is never about ourselves. And we are so selfish as a people. We are so selfish as a people to where we don't know how to share. We don't want nobody else to get ahead of us. We want all of us to stay. It's like crabs in the bucket. Everybody trying to pull each other down, trying to pull each other down, and ain't nobody making it to the top. And as soon as you get that one little hand to the top, baby, everybody in the bucket they grabbed your feet, your legs, and everything else, trying to pull you back down. But if you got that strength of God, and baby, God is pulling you out that bucket, baby. I don't care how many of them try to pull you back. They not going to succeed. That's why you got to know thyself. You got to love thyself. And you got to know what God called you on this earth to do and what he wants you to be doing and being and all of that, instead of worrying about somebody else. If we all start taking accountability for ourselves, I'm telling you, we'll have a whole lot of things going on and accomplish a whole lot.
Lighter meant cleaner, smarter, and safer. And that lie still lingers in our music, our movies, our dating choices, even our job interviews. But remember this: all black is beautiful.
Yes, it
Light,
is.
dark, mixed,
That's right.
melanin rich.
Amen.
We are one people. Then comes classism. They whisper, "You made it. You're different." And suddenly the black man with a suit avoids the brother in the hoodie. The sister in the boardroom looks down on the girl working 2 jobs.
What?
But success should unite us, not divide us.
That's right.
Just because you escaped the trap doesn't mean the trap isn't still real.
Come on now. Come on
that
now.
right there. Just because you escaped the trap don't mean that the trap is not real, because let me tell you something. There will come a time when it is that your success is thrown back in your face like it's actually a bunch of mess. I don't care how hard it is that you work. You have to, we just have to, as a people, work harder. And that's one thing, well, not one thing,
Well,
but another
we
thing.
don't have to work harder. We got to work smarter.
Well, that too.
We got to
That
work
too.
smarter, because if we work smarter, we won't have to work harder. And working smarter meaning uniting together. That means scratching your neighbor's back. That means helping out. You know, come outside of your comfortability and help somebody else. That means that you're working smarter, because everybody is a resource to everybody.
It is.
But
They
some
are.
people don't even want to use their resources that they have, because they feel like, if I give them my resources, that's going to take away from me. What God has for you is for you. And
And
can't
it's so
nobody
much out
take
there.
that from
It's so
you.
much out
And
there.
when he made it plentiful
Yes,
for
Lord.
everybody
Yes.
to get a taste.
Yes.
He didn't say this was just for this certain amount of people, or this was for that's for anybody that has the willpower to keep God first and to listen to what God has for you to be doing.
That's right.
Because, I was one of them people. I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And guess what? It worked only for a little while. It was never everlasting. And then after a while, you start getting burnt out.
That's right.
And then after a while, you seeing like, man, this just ain't working.
Yep. So I'm done with this.
I'm done with this.
I'm done.
So now you done jumped into something else, and it worked for a little while, and then it failed.
Yes,
Well,
it's
you
a-
know what the main ingredient that we kept leaving out was? Was Jesus.
Well, yes.
That was the main ingredient. We leave him out. Listen, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but I say it all the time. I feel like you need to pray in your good, your bad, and your indifferent, because God is the only one who can save you and deliver you out of your mess.
That's right.
So that means take them in your mess. Don't pray like, Lord Jesus, why I'm in this mess. Just say, Lord Jesus, I'm in this mess. What is it that I'm supposed to get out of it?
Right.
See,
That's
because
right.
a lot of times we continue to put ourselves in mess.
Yes.
We continue to put ourselves in mess. And then now we all confused and hurt, and our feelings is all upside down. Well, you already in the mess.
Yep.
So since you in the mess, invite God into that mess and see how he bring you out of it.
That's
You know?
Oh, shoot. Where was we at?
Just push play, because it ain't gonna, Oh, you didn't put it back to
Okay. They succeeded
Remember
in
that?
dividing us.
Yeah, remember.
Above slavery, the greatest trick ever pulled on the light skin versus dark skin. They're in the hoodie. The sister in the boardroom, they divide to conquer. The media pumps out images of gangsters, drug dealers, hypersexualized women, and black-on-black violence over and over. But where are the engineers, the healers, and the revolutionaries? They hide those stories and amplify destruction. Why? Because a divided black mind is easy to manipulate. They celebrate artists who push greed, violence, and lust, but silence those who speak of unity, knowledge, and truth.
Yes.
Have you ever wondered why they banned Marcus Garvey but celebrated rappers with million-dollar chains? Think about it for a bit. Hopefully, you should be seeing a clearer picture by now. Our economy is also divided. We question black businesses more than we question corporations. We demand discounts on our own, but pay full price to those who never valued us. We doubt black
That's
leaders,
right.
ridicule movements, and argue about who's real, while the enemy watches and laughs. It's all part of the plan. To keep us busy fighting each other, so we never fight the system. That's how the oppressor survives, by planting distrust in every corner of the black experience. The truth is, you are not each other's enemy. The real enemy is the system that made you think so. The only thing more powerful than a conscious black person is a united black people. So stop looking at your brother with a side eye. Stop mocking your sister's journey, and stop feeding the system the division it craves. Because once we link arms across skin tones, classes, flags, and borders, we become unstoppable. And that's the day they fear the most. Waking up is not a moment, it's a mission. It's not enough to know the truth. You have to live it, build with it, and spread it. Because the chains that bind us now aren't made of iron. They're made of silence, of forgetfulness and distraction. The real revolution begins in the mind. Unlearn their lies. Relearn your truth. Start with books that...
Did y'all hear what he just said? If you really think about that, we don't even know how to have conversations anymore. These phones have dummied us down to the point where it could be 700 of us sitting in the room, and we're only talking to a certain few. You know what I'm saying? We're not communicating with everybody. We're not trying to see what she got going on and he got going on to interact with what we got going. You know what I'm saying? They have got us to the point where we don't even know how to conversate with each other. We don't even know how to talk to each other unless we cussing each other out or loud talking or talking bad about each other. That's the only way we know how to communicate with each other now. But it was a time when we did communicate, and they didn't like that. So the more we knew how to communicate, the more they invented things to help us where we wouldn't communicate with each other.
That's right. And you know what? I'll give an example. I was at work today, and this young lady, she was trying to type up a proposal. And so, because she wanted to take it to one of the attorneys to have, to present this idea to the attorney. And she was up there, I'm trying to put this in AI so that it can kind of help generate my thoughts and all of this. And I'm looking at her like, why is AI generating your thoughts? I said, look, do me a favor. I said, just write down what comes to your mind. Write it down. Write down what comes to your mind, and I'll come back and I'll read it. And then I'll help you kind of critique it so that it makes sense. Right. Not only to you, but it'll sell the point that it is that you're trying to get across to the attorney. Exactly. And she did write it down. Well, actually, she typed it up in the computer. And then she said, okay, Michelle, I'm ready for you to read it. And I came back and I read it. And as I was reading it, it was making sense. And I just critiqued a few different areas. I didn't even have to critique a lot. And that's what I was telling her. And I mean, this is the same thing that they saying. If we just take the time and tap into your abilities. You never know what it is that you can turn out. You just really don't know what it is that you can turn out. We're just so quick to give up.
And just listen to what she said, though, so I can let AI think for me. Yeah. That's how the program is designed. They're trying to take away your voice. They're trying to make you feel like you cannot think for yourselves. That's right. But guess what? God gave you these abilities, and we got to get back to using them, because guess what? If we don't use them, we will lose them. Yes, and then you'll be having to solely depend on somebody else. Yes. So we got to start back with this.
And it ain't somebody else, it's AI.
Like I just said. I just told y'all, the tongue is the most powerful thing in your body. And you can speak life and you can speak death. And believe me, every time you say, oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so crazy. Oh, I'm so this. You're programming your mind to really think that you are dumb. You are crazy. You mean. You this. You that. You everything but a child of God. Right. You see what I'm saying? And in that, you're just like when you do it to your babies. You stupid. You this. You ain't gonna amount to this. You gonna be us do this. You're programming your child's mind to think that they will be no more than what you say they are gonna be, that's not true.
That's right.
We gotta start speaking life back into ourselves and into our children's life. We got to start speaking positivity and letting them know that they can do all things through Christ Jesus that strengthen them. And no weapon formed against them shall prosper. We got to start speaking these things back into our children and into our own lives because we are being destroyed.
We are.
They don't want you to read The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. How Europe Underdeveloped Africa by Walter Rodney. Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad. The Autobiography of Malcolm X and Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Connect with African spirituality.
You didn't know.
Not religion used to enslave you, but the ancestral wisdom they buried. Knowledge is your weapon. Acquire it and use it. Stop begging for a seat at their table. Build your own. Support Black-owned businesses. Circulate the dollar within your community. Learn how money works, investing, saving, and ownership. Buy land, learn credit, and build a legacy.
He who controls the economics control the destiny, and that
Every dollar you spend is a vote. Are you voting for your freedom or your oppressor?
That's right.
No one is coming to save us, but we can save each other.
We sure
Mentor the youth, protect our women, guide the next generation. Restore our culture through music, language, tradition, and family. Create safe spaces where we can heal, learn, and grow. Rebuild the village, because without community, we are exposed. Don't live just for now. Live for what comes after you. What are you leaving behind? What will your children inherit? Trauma or transformation? Legacy isn't just money. It's a mindset. It's history. It's a system. It's freedom passed down like family recipes. You are not here just to survive. You're here to build for the next 100 years. Don't just scroll, speak. Don't just consume, create. Don't just watch, challenge. They use the internet to distract us. We must use it to awaken us. Start a podcast, launch a blog, share Black truths, expose lies, educate others. And when you see the truth, amplify it. Every post matters. Every share is a spark. This isn't about going viral. It's about going eternal. Because in the end, waking up isn't the finish line. It's the beginning. The beginning of building a future they said we'd never reach. A future where Black minds are free, Black families are strong, and Black children never have to search for their identity again. So ask yourself, are you just awake? Or are you building something worth waking up for? You were never meant to see this video, not in the algorithm, but here you are, watching to the end. That's divine, and it's only the first step. You can scroll past it. Act like you never heard this. Pretend you didn't feel something shift inside you, or pause, breathe, say enough is enough, because this system is built on your silence and profits from your pain. But the moment you remember who you are, it begins to fall apart. They tried to bury us, but they didn't know. We were seeds.
Did you hear that? They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And what do seeds do? Seeds grow. That's right. All you gotta do is, yes. And that's what Why Not Say It is here for, to help nourish and to help give nutrition and to make sure that everyone, I said it in the beginning, don't shoot the messenger. We are just here to give the word. Hey, we are living it just like it is that we saying everyone else should live it. We're not speaking anything towards anyone that we are not trying to accomplish and achieve for ourselves and helping others. We are just spreading the word. We are trying to motivate your mind. Not only motivate your mind, but motivate your ambition.
We're trying to stimulate your mind.
stimulated,
And
motivated,
yeah.
and hey, all of it. But we gotta get moving. We gotta get
do.
moving. Time is running out. It's ticking. Tick tock. Tick tock.
Time keep on
Ticking.
And I'm gonna
Ticking.
tell
Ticking.
you something. If y'all didn't know, that's one thing we can never get back is time.
That's right.
We could never get time back. So therefore, stop wasting your time on all this foolishness.
That's right.
And start using your time wisely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get back to what you know best.
That's right.
Show your children that there is a better way and a different way, that, you know, they don't have to just, you know, always live in poverty, or we don't have to be the lowest on the totem pole, and you know what I'm saying? But it takes each and every one of us. We have to be accountable for ourselves. And if everybody start being accountable for themselves and take action, man.
That's right. And you know what?
We'll
When you
punch a mighty
accountable
blow.
for, that's right. When you accountable for yourself, you also are being accountable for others. For the simple fact and reason being, you are correcting what it is that you need to correct for self, and your light can shine and help somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's not just about you.
It's
not just about you.
And not only that, you better know this, that there are people that's coming up behind you, or even people that's around you, that's watching your life. And whatever you're doing and the decisions you're making in your life, if it misleads that person that's watching you, that means that you will be accountable for that. Right. Because your life is not about you. Your life is about helping somebody else, motivating and shaping and molding somebody else.
Yes.
Those that come behind you and those that may be there with you. Because everybody is not on the same page. Everybody ain't get it, you know, the same time, or even getting it now. Some people, you know, people learn different.
Yeah.
People, yeah, they do. So that means that we have to start knowing that our life is not about us, and the decisions that we make, it don't just affect us. It dominoes affect everybody. Even people that you don't know, have never seen in your life. It affects them. And you may say to yourself, well, what I got to do with them? A lot.
A lot. Because if you are coming in contact with them, then that means that you are making an impression on them.
Yeah.
Whether or not it is that you know it directly, oh, believe me, you are making an impression on that person. Because everybody watches everybody. Everybody watches everybody and sees how people move, what people say, and what expressions they see on people's faces, what it is, and they, you know, assume what's to come and what will be next. But if it is that you are putting it out there, then you can help them to understand what needs to come next for them, for themselves. You know, I know a lot of people have great respect too. I'm just looking at, you know, Tupac's picture on the wall. He spoke a lot of truth. Even though he was one of those rappers that also, you know, did a lot of cussing and all of that stuff. But he did a lot of speaking of the truth of what was going on in his world. And a lot of times in a lot of these rappers that I hear now, they haven't lived half of what it is that they're trying to portray and what it is that they're trying to say. So all you need to do is be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Help someone else. Don't just be stingy and keep it all to yourself.
Love you. Know thyself. Make sure that because, you know, in these times it says in the Bible that we will be faced with a lot of false prophets. You know, people proclaiming to be a prophet or a minister or a bishop or this or that. But that's why we have to have a personal relationship with our Father. And when we have a personal relationship, we have to ask our Father for wisdom and discernment so that we'll know to make better decisions in our life. Because when you have wisdom and discernment, when your energy is not matching up, that means that you're going to stop the foolishness before it even come into your path. But a lot of people entertain foolishness. That's why these spirits are jumping so rapidly like they are in and out of people, because people are inviting these spirits in and not even realizing that that's what they doing. So that's why a lot of times you happy one minute, sad the next minute, you ready to go cuss and cut somebody up the next minute. That's because we encounter so many different spirits. And unless we are in tune and in alignment with God, we're going to continue to deal with different spirits.
That's right. And I know a lot of people, they say, you know, oh, here we go. Why are we going off on that tangent or whatever the case may be? Because that's the first and foremost tangent that you need to go off of. Because if we would put more trust where it is that we're supposed to put our trust in, and if we would get ourselves together, then just like we just saw on that video that we shared with you all, and this was part 2. Part 1 was the beginning of it. This was part 2. That it is here to help. It's here to help. And all we ask is that, hey, share with us. We don't want to always be the ones sharing different information. Share with us as well, because I like to be like a sponge and soak up what it is, but I ain't finna soak up no negativity. I'm not getting ready to soak up no mess. Now, I'm not finna do that. But it's something, if it's something that can help me, I'm gonna soak it up. I want to hear it. I want to hear about it.
Let's get back to being like sponges. You know, of course, we have to guard our heart and guard what we hear. We have to guard what we see. We have to guard what we entertain. You know, and we have been so caught up and so mindset in everything that we was taught as being raised was right, and it's not. A lot of things that we was taught as we were raised, it's not right. But that's why we have to correct our wrongs, and we have to do better. We have to, you know, we have to know right from wrong, because in these times it seems like people are making right wrong and wrong right, you know, and trying to do the work of what God, recreate things that God have made, and, you know, and yeah, he ain't happy about that. He ain't happy about that at all, you know.
So
And
we're going to continue with what it is that our mission is, and that's to help bring enlightenment. Whether you look at it, you watch it, or you comment, or you, you know, like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you may or may not do, it's not going to stop what it is that we are trying to do and what we're trying to achieve. We want to help be a part of that piece of educating our people about what it is that it takes for us to start coming together. But like we stated before, time is running out. Don't let the time clock catch you.
Yes. But of course, you know, we always come to that time of the evening where, you know, we appreciate you all for tuning in. We appreciate you for subscribing, liking, sharing, all of the above. You know, we want our viewers to know that we definitely appreciate your support. Keep supporting us. We'll keep bringing, you know, awesome topics. And like we said, reach out to us if you want to get on the show. Not with no foolishness, but if you want to get on the show so we can help educate and reach and teach one another, then we welcome you. You know, if you got a topic that you just want us to hit and miss on or talk about, reach out to us.
Right.
We are all helpers one to another. And until we stop being so selfish and thinking about me, we're going to always be in a rut. So reach out. Help somebody. Help somebody. I challenge everybody to help somebody, just one person that you don't know. Come up out of your comfort zone. Whether it's an encouraging word, whether it's giving them $5, $10, whatever God put on your heart to do. Do it with one person that you don't know. And in your life, that means that you have made a difference in somebody else's life.
That's right. Absolutely. So it's been real. I just want to say thank you to all our viewers, We appreciate your views. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate when it is that you are letting us know that you are watching. Because one thing that I strive for on a daily basis is to let the right light in me shine, and not that one that needs to be dimmed all the way down.
Till the next time, why not say it? We love y'all. Be safe. Reach one, teach one. And like I said, I challenge each and every one of you all that's watching this show to do something nice for somebody outside of your comfort zone. I'm not talking about your brothers and sisters, your mom and dad, your cousins. I'm talking about somebody that you don't know or you never seen in your life. Do something nice for them. Whether it's an encouraging word, whether it's just, whatever the case may be, whatever God put on your heart to do, just do it and see how much that brings more light to your life. Yeah. We love you. Till next Friday.
Hail to the King and Lords of life. May He protect us